guys, it's Christine. I'm here with a somewhat belated September wrap-up. This is the third time I've recorded this video. The first time my camera died and didn't record the actual footage. The second time I recorded it on my laptop and all of the audio and video were completely out of sync, and not even a consistent out of sync. It was like 2 seconds here, half a second there, 5 seconds here. It was really bad and I could not even try to edit that. So this is the third time's the charm, I hope. But if not, then you will never see this video. So with that being said, let's wrap up September. So the first thing I want to do for my September wrap-up is show you what books I read. However, I read 7 books and 6 of those were library books. So I'm just going to give you a list of the books that I read in September. I read Anya's Ghost, Zahra's Paradise, The Good Daughter, The Fifth Wave, The Boy Who Could See Demons, and Dr. Sleep. If you want to see reviews of these, you can go to my Goodreads page, or you can check out the links down below. I reviewed Anya's Ghost and Zahra's Paradise in a video, as well as The Fifth Wave. And if you would like me to do a review of Dr. Sleep, the new Stephen King book, I would like to do so. However, I did take the book back to the library, and so it might be a pretty darn short review. Next, I want to show you what books I am currently reading. And right now, I am reading The Mirage by Matt Ruff. I have been talking about reading this book for ages, and I'm finally actually gonna follow through on reading it. I am about 140 pages into this so far, and I really like it, but it's really confusing because it takes place in an alternate timeline, basically, and so it's hard to follow what's what, especially because Matt Ruff chose to call the United Arab States the UAS. So that hurts my brain a lot. But overall, I really like it, and if you want me to do a review of this, I would be more than happy to do so. And in addition to The Mirage, I'm currently reading 1001 Nights. Sort of. I don't think I read a single page of this in September. I don't think I read any of this since at least early August, maybe mid-August. So I think I'm going to make it a goal to read 10 to 20 pages of this every night before I go to bed, instead of reading my fun, exciting, easy-to-read books. I'd really like to finish this before the end of the year, and I know I can do it if I just stop being a lazy turd and actually just pick up the book. And the last haul that I did was the farmer's market haul, in which I said I wasn't going to buy any more books. That was a lie. Since then, I've picked up a lot of books. I grabbed Michael Chabon's The Final Solution at the farmer's market, as well as Sparrow by Mary Doria Russell. If anyone watches SourceFed, this is Joe Beretta's favorite book, and that's why I picked it up. I looked it up and I thought it sounded really interesting, and this was only $1, which is definitely less than the $15 on the cover, so I'm really excited to read this, but it's pretty dense, so I probably won't get to it for a while. I also grabbed The Piano Teacher by Janice Y.K. Lee, which is a book I've seen in airports and bookstores, and I've just never picked it up, though I've heard it's really good, so I'm excited to read it. And I also picked up The Book of Ruth by Jane Hamilton. I know nothing about this book, but it looks nice. Then I picked up a book on clearance from Barnes & Noble because this cover is really snazzy. This is Stories for Nighttime and Some for the Day by Ben Laurie, and it has a bunch of just really short stories, really short stories, and they're just quirky and weird, and I don't know, I just love the cover, and for $4 I was willing to pay $4 just for the cover. And then I won a Goodreads giveaway, and I won Andrew's Brain by E.L. Doctorow, and this book comes out in January of 2014, so I'm anticipating reading this before then, and around the time the book is released I'll probably do a video review if I liked it. If not, just check out my Goodreads page and I'll put a review on there. And then at the very end of the month I went onto Amazon and I made a lot of impulse buys. However, I think these are good buys and I spent very little money on them, so I'm not even gonna feel bad. First of those books is Sweetness in the Belly by Camilla Gibb. I read her other book, The Beauty of Humanity Movement, in July maybe, and I really liked it, and this book is about, I think a girl who's born in Morocco and grows up in Ethiopia. It sounds really interesting, and I love her writing, so I'm really excited to read this one. Then I remembered that people are trying to sell their textbooks, and these books are going to be super on sale, so I bought 3 textbooks / academic books about Iraq because why not? I'm prepping for grad school, so I might as well build up my library, right? So I got Understanding Iraq by William R. Polk, who I really like the stuff that he's done. I read a couple things by him, some articles, so I'm excited to read this, and it's really short, so it seems pretty digestible. The next one I got is Inventing a Rock by Toby Dodge, who is a British scholar, and this book has King Faisal on the front, and King Faisal plays very heavily into my thesis topic of Gertrude Bell, and so that was awesome. I was just like, oh cool, my homeboy is on the cover. And the last of this accidental haul is The Iraq War Reader, which is edited together by Mika Sifri and Christopher Surf. I really like books like this because it compiles a whole bunch of stuff that I would normally be too lazy to look up, and provides a very well-rounded view of a topic. I read a very similar book about Abu Ghraib called The Torture Papers, I think, if that's the right one. So I thought this one would be a good addition to my collection if I ever find myself revisiting the historical circumstances of the 2003 invasion of Iraq. And last but not least, I have done a really shitty job of following my fall TBR, so I'm going to show you just a few books that I intend to read in October. I'm not going to make any guarantees, but these are the ones I feel very strongly about reading this month. However, I'm also working on grad school applications, and that's taking up a lot of my time. But these are the books that I definitely want to read this month and that I'm going to try really, really hard to make sure I get to. The first of these books is The Gates by John Connolly, and I was going to start reading this over the weekend, but then I noticed that it takes place right around Halloween, and so I want to read this closer to Halloween. Not too close because it's due before Halloween back to the library, but I figured I should read it when it's not 85 degrees outside because Iowa doesn't realize that it's not summer anymore. And the other book that I really, really want to get to in October is House of Leaves! This might be the last time you ever have to hear me talk about it, but I've decided that I'm going to try, come hell or high water, to read this book in October, because the first time I ever read this book was in October, and it just feels like a betrayal to read it in any other month. So this definitely won't be bedtime reading, so maybe I'll actually get more of 1001 Nights read, but I'm really excited to revisit this book and to actually finish it when I start it again this time. That is it! That is a much longer wrap-up than I had anticipated because I accidentally went crazy on the book buying. So thanks for watching, you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and hopefully I will be speaking to you guys again soon. Bye!